me at they drove at the BMW. I'm gonna play music, but I like all music. I'm gonna play When I Was One. It's a military song. Here we go. Yep, let's go. When I was one, when I was one, got my first gun. Got my first gun. When I was two, boy, I could shoot. Boy, I could shoot. My daddy was using it. My daddy was using it. Watch me smile from ear to ear. Watch me smile from ear to ear. When I was three, chopped down my first tree. When I was four, kicked in my first door. Hey, my daddy was infantry. Hey, did this. When I was five, I was staying alive. When I was six, killed just for kicks. My daddy was in the army. My daddy was in the army. He lived his life for you and me. He lived this for you and me. When I was one, got my first gun. When I was two, boy, I could shoot. Daddy, hey. My daddy was using it. Watch me smile from ear to ear. Watch me. When I was three, chopped down my first tree. When I was four, kicked in my first door. Hey, my daddy was infantry. Hey, did this, Andy. When I was five, I would stay alive. When I was six, killed just for kicks. Hey, my daddy was hit this. When I was born, got my first gun. When I was two, boy, I could shoot. My daddy was using it. My daddy was using it. Watch me smile from ear to ear. Watch me smile from ear to ear. When I was three, chopped down my first tree. When I was four, kicked in my first door. My daddy was infantry. Hey, lived his life for you and me. He lived this life for you and me. When I was five, fought to stay alive. When I was six, killed just for kicks. in the army. Daddy, daddy, daddy was in the army. He lived his life for you and me. He lived his life for you and me. When I was born, got my first gun. When I was two, boy, I could shoot. Daddy was an engineer. Daddy was an engineer. He watched me smile from ear to ear. He watched me smile from ear to ear. When I was three, chopped down my first tree. When I was four, I kicked in my first door. Hey, my daddy was in the tree. Hey, this, he lived his life for me. When I was five, I'm staying alive. When I was six, just for kicks. Hey, my daddy was in the army. My daddy was in the army. He lived his life for you and me. He lived his life for you and me. When I was born, got my first gun. When I was two, boy, I could shoot. Daddy was an engineer. My daddy was an engineer. He watched me smile from ear to ear. He watched me smile from ear to ear. When I was three, chopped down my first tree. When I was four. Yeah, let's try the BMW though. Actually, not the BMW, the Mustang. When I was one, I got my first gun. When I was two, boy, I could shoot. My daddy was in my tree. My daddy was in my tree. You hit this, you this, you hit on me. You hit this, you this, you hit the army. When I was three, I chopped down my first tree. When I was four, I kicked in my first door. You hit this, you this. And bye guys.